Hello, everybody. Good morning.
Namaste, Jai Shri
Good
Krishna,
afternoon, and wherever
wherever
you
you are.
are. Happy solstice, winter solstice. It was a beautiful, beautiful solstice here yesterday. We had snow and everything was just sparkling and glistening and the moonlight and the stars. And we got up early and set up got the heat going. The meditation room was set up with a grid we did, which will stay up through the new year. And some of you that drove down through the snow and the cold and everything.
We thank you.
We thank you. That was, it's always so much more potent when you're together in person. And it was extraordinary. But I will say we activated the grid. So I always do it a little early to kind of get it done. And I have a map of the world underneath the grid and all your names and intentions. So wherever you are, or whatever you want, they're all under there. And then I did this beautiful silk scarf that Alexandra and Dawn Gallagher have created, this 1111 Enterprises. These scarves are like, and so I heard to do the amethyst one, the purple. And so when I do it, I don't really know what I'm going to do. And it kind of creates itself. And we posted some pictures and some of you saw. But what Michael and I did on Friday was we went in and replayed the YouTube from the 8/8 celebration with Pundaji and the other pundit that we did, Raj, right?
Yes,
Raj,
royal one.
Royal Raj, yeah, with the 365 tea lights, which is actually that mandala of Mount Kailash is still underneath the car, the grid is still underneath there, marked out. So those are like layers upon layers upon layers. And so when we went in Friday after it was all set, I played it on the speakers and it was like 2 hours of this chanting and just, I mean, it was bliss, total bliss. So if that's on YouTube. So if you want to go back and re-listen to that and connect into the grid, because it was almost like we were time weaving. It was a really kind of cool experience. I'm going to go out there and do it again, and we'll do it a few more times before um we take it down. So, yeah. So it's humming.
It is humming.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were going to say a little bit about the grid, weren't we? We were going to talk a little
It just is,
yeah,
it's exactly what it
about these solstice energies and how we're in an ascension cycle now. Ascension cycle that's the planet is holding the ascension frequencies. What does that mean to us, right? And we all have these grids in us, what we call the grids we call our personal grid or our Cathara grid or tree of life. And these grids get activated during ascension cycles. What does that grid look like for you, right? And the planetary grid gets activated. And so there's this weaving, as Denise was saying, in the here and now of our grid with the planetary grid, because the grid is the planet is ascending, and those who want to be want it are being activated. That want to be in that ascension cycle now are also being activated. And what is that Cathar grid? Well, that's your 12-strand DNA. That's the frequencies of your 12-strand DNA. And so when we come together in these very potent 0-point portals, what we call the solstices, right? There's a direct connection, an open link of time, no space that happens. That portal opens, and we can connect with our stations of identity in the other lokas, in the other realms, our Christos family, those of which are holding the frequency so that we'll be able to ascend and join. That's what we always have been. So that's kind of what's been weaving. And then when you're in these meditations, the grids help to anchor it in the physical world because we're charging up the planetary grid. Christ reintroduced the Christos frequency in, but now the planet can hold it. And we're building it gently and more and more. We'll keep building the Christos frequency. What is the Christos frequency? The Maharata current. It's the 12-dimensional current. Maharaji. You may have heard of many people in India called Maharajas. And the Raja, we were just talking about the Pandit, Raja, which is the royal one, but Maharata is the current. So that's what we are having access to. We haven't had access to that in a long, long time, to be able to access the ascension cycle, the 12-dimensional frequency, and to be able to be in the 0 point, no time and no space. We begin to breathe the energy through us, through time weaving through the other portions of our identity. And how do we do that? Through our chakras. So you'll see us when we do these energetic, we're activating the Marharic Shield, but it's another layer to it, because we're time weaving these codes in loops or through circuits of us, and we're activating and opening up new frequencies in us, the next level of the ascension codes. So all of the things that we do in these meditations are some kind of planetary modification or next step in the activating of the Maharata currents or the grid for the planet. So that's wanted to kind of explain. Did I explain it okay, honey?
Yeah, that's great. I
Did I
mean,
give a good example?
I will say this, we've been really whipped around in the last 2 weeks with life, and doing that practice has really supported me of not getting too whipped out. I've been able to kind of stay in the lane or get myself back without, going off. So yeah, it was a great explanation. The other thing I want to say is when a lot of
Can
people,
I just say about that is, like, we would do it weekly on it, but it's like something to do every day. It's like what she's speaking about is the momentum of doing it daily, is the momentum that's really anchoring in the sovereignty, is what I was hearing you say. Yeah. I didn't mean to interrupt there.
That's okay. No, that's great. The other thing I will say is some people wanted going back to the grid, a link to watch our program live on Zoom. And it's kind of, when you come do these activations, they're very organic. We do a lot of one-on-one with the crystal bowls and tuning forks and sometimes rattles and drums. So it doesn't really lend itself to Zoom. We're sorry. Because it's not like we're sitting like this. It's the very organic. You can't hear the bowls on Zoom and mic, and so
it ends up being a distraction.
Yeah. So what we do know is energetically you are receiving the blessings. We're weaving that together. And the last part, I'm sorry, I was distracted looking out. It's so funny. These birds are going bananas outside. And yesterday at the service with Ginny, I was kind of just looking out the window, and this magnificent red-headed woodpecker, one of those really big ones, was really high in the tree and just, really wanted my attention. So I just sat there and talked to the woodpecker. And if anybody was with the mamos, they're the doctors of the forest, the rainforest. They're really, and the mamos were here. And some of you may have been with us when they talked about the woodpecker and the toucan and the difference it's a very sacred story. And the tree doctors, and Ginny was really connected with the woodpeckers. Well, while we're sitting here, one was sitting outside our door, like waiting until I got its attention, like not even pecking on a tree or anything. It was like on the ground, which I've never seen. And then he was up on the barn over top of the meditation room, flying around. So it was a great sign. So, pay attention to the birds and the animals, and red-headed woodpeckers, also opportunity knocks. This is a great opportunity to be in these energies and feel the blessings no matter what's going on around you. There's always good in the world. There's always light. There's always love, so.
And that's what we're really, all of the words kind of boil down to: the love, the unconditional love.
Yeah.
We're just holding more and more love, really. So be
So
love.
Let's hold that love.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, I will say colors too. Emerald green is really important right now. It was really interesting how many of us showed up yesterday in emerald green. It was like we were laughing. We're like, "Oh, you got the memo too." Um,
The one
and
guy that didn't get the memo,
he was
I didn't get the
disappointed.
memo
He was in blue, but we
because I
all.
thought about it,
But it was.
but I went blue
I
anyway.
mean, it was like somebody even said, I had to go out and buy a green dress. So so this emerald green color is important. And one other thing, your Andaras, please continue to work with those. However you find they're in the grid. There was another grid done in Arulu over the solstice. I have an Andara grid picture. I posted it. It was done. And we also brought some of the Andaras and activated it yesterday with Ginny. Um, I brought the egg. This is what the one she wanted with her ashes. So we're all together. So thank you.
The emerald green is another symbolism archetype for our Christos family. And in particular, it's the Christos 12th dimensional family that has access to those frequencies and access to those stargates. So emeralds, each of you have within you those emerald frequencies that allow you to hold that emerald 12th dimensional guardian frequencies of the stargates and the ascension process. So just I wanted to share that
Yeah, beautiful.
if you're attracted to the emerald, that's why, because it's in your DNA. You can't not be.
You can look up the Emerald Order too.
Yeah. So
Yeah. All right. Let's go in.
thank you.
Thank you.
Just raise your shoulders, bring them back, round them down, drop into your spine, into your root, into your hips. Open up your toes, open up your soles, open up your heels, dig them in a little bit. Tap your toes, get those like axonal lines open. Feel the currents of Mother Earth. That's it. And then open up your lungs. When you open up your lungs, you kind of fade your shoulders back, shine, and you shine, and you shine. And then take a deep breath into your heart. Breathing in, filling your lungs. Feel the prana, life force, circulating through the lungs, through your high lungs, and then exhaling. We're moving into the middle lungs, into your heart now. Breathing in. Hold and just feel the energy. It's almost like it's like a belt around your heart. And then when you feel it complete, like a big cylinder of light, and exhale. Now you're going to breathe into your heart, but you're breathing down into the lower womb of creation within you. Breathing in, lower abdomen. And just hold. And then exhale. Last one here. When you breathe into your heart center now, see if you can feel, without directing, just feel all three lower, upper, and middle energies of your heart field. Breathing in. Hold, charge, integrate. And exhale. Allow your breathing return to normal. There's some equilibrium happening, some energies coming in through the heart field. You may feel that spinning. You may feel some opening in your root, lower spine. And you may feel some opening in your third eye, crown. But just continue to weave the frequencies in through the heart, just breathing in, feeling them, catching them, When you exhale, just begin to notice, just gently and softly, where the energies are going. Breathing in. And exhaling. Now, what I want you to envision is what you're breathing in is a Christos energy from source. It's your Christos higher self breathing in this liquid light. So breathe it in. And when you hold it in your heart, it's like it's continuing more and more, is filling your heart of this Christos high frequency healing plasma. And then when you exhale, you can have an intention to allow that Christos plasm healing energy to go to a specific place on you. Maybe there's some density in your back or your spine or your knee or your legs. But as you breathe it in, you're aware that the Christos energy, Christos frequency of your higher self is that frequency that you are welling up into your heart. And as you exhale, you can just let it go and let it go where it needs to go in your highest. But continue on this because you're doing this. You're breathing in your Christos codes for you. And as you hold them in your heart, they're building more and more charge and more the blue amente, aurora consciousness. And as you exhale, it's going exactly where you need it to go or where you direct it. You may notice some of your chakras are also popping open. Solar plexus, third eye. Simultaneously, you're grounding through your spine, through your tailbone and root. Just continue to breathe, build the charge in the Christos plasm. Breathe it out into your field, into your auric dimensions, into your chakras. And just enjoy your healing, Christos healing. Now, above your crown, you have your 12th dimensional chakra, or 3/4 of a foot, 3.5 feet above your crown is your 14th dimensional transient universal gate and chakra. See if you can focus on the center of it. Maybe it's easier for you just to kind of feel like you're reaching up and putting something there. Some people like to feel like they're pulling a string up or riding an elevator up. Right now, you have on automatic pilot, you're inhaling Christos energy, and as you're breathing out, it's going where it needs to go. And we're simultaneously just becoming attuned to our 14th dimensional universal gateway chakra. And it'll start to like vibrate, almost feel like it's like sparkling or rotating. You may even see it as a pale yellow. When you feel like you've kind of got that feeling of it, see it as like a diamond, an octahedron. One point is pointing upwards, one point is pointing down through your antakarana, your personal light body, all the way down through the antakarana to your connection to Mother Earth. And then there's another diamond at the diamond core of Mother Earth in resonance with that diamond above you. And sometimes it's helpful to keep one aspect at the 14th dimension, 3.5 beneath your head, and then kind of slipping down, bringing that yellow, pale yellow current energy frequency down through your spine, through your antakarana, through your tube of light thread connection down to your root, and take it down to the earth core. And just see that they're both connected. It's like this filament of white, silver white. And that filament is kind of charged when you pay attention to it. Notice if you even just mentally activate it by saying charge. Kind of watch what happens to the thread. Watch what happens to your antakarana surrounding the thread. Watch what happens to the diamonds themselves. Try it again, charge. One more time, charge. The two diamonds are communicating, and you may feel those frequencies passing through the silver white thread. And you may feel that that silver white thread is kind of communicating out into the cylinder of your antakarana, your higher mind. It's almost as if this etheric mist or etheric water is coming out from the thread and filling up your antakarana, as if there's a plasma medium of consciousness. What I'd like you to be aware of is your 14th dimensional chakra. If you were to kind of like turn it from the vertical position and maybe turn it, like take the top, move it down so that it's vertical. It's almost as if you have a teacup and you're kind of like pouring tea or hot water into the teacup. The spout has to come down. And when you get it horizontal, it like opens up. And this teacup or this conduit of blue-green diamond light, Christos plasma energy just kind of fills or through your antakarana and mixes in that cylinder with the hydroplasmic light that's coming from the filament. And you may also feel it in your whole aura as there's this also the tube of light that's around you that we call the Marharic Shield that encases your whole auric field. You may also feel it like a cascade of this very refined diamond light, liquid love energy that's just kind of also caressing like a waterfall around you and over you and through you, through your whole auric field. And as that's happening, that cascade, also feel within you the charge as the energy is flowing in through the 14th dimensional portal into your Antakarana, your tube. And it's filling it and it's going all the way down into the core of Mother Earth, where she's kind of like a well. And we're filling that well with these diamond frequencies, the Kunda ray frequencies. The primal sound and primal light fields. See if you can feel that energy as it's flowing through you, around you. And watch it as it moves through your form and your light body, collects in your feet. Your whole body is rejuvenated and renewed in this diamond light frequency. And it continues down through your Antakarana, through the core. And it's filling up the crystalline core of Mother Earth. And as you're enjoying this flow, this cascade through you, also just be aware of how the diamond within the core of Mother Earth that you're connected to is receiving these frequencies and how it's moving out through that diamond core into the diamond of your personal diamond, into the diamond core of Mother Earth. And her diamond core may look a little bit different than your, may see it or feel it as a 15 diamond spheres within each other, layered. And you can see that each one of those spheres has its own diamond center surrounding its 0 point diamond source field. And how each of your diamonds of your personal grid can tap into each of those diamond cores of those 15 diamond spheres. You can tap into those primal light fields and those primal sound fields. Just take that in for a second and allow the energy to be received by you. You may feel that your heart is beginning to spin ever so gently. Being held in a new way. Good. And just kind of center yourself along the chronic tube, chronic to your spine. Breathing fully into the center of your heart, the magnetics of your heart. Notice what your heart is generating, waves or magnetic currents, electrical fields. You may know those fields kind of moving through some layers of densities up through your heart, through your rib cage, down to your back, spine. What I want you to just begin to presence now is holding that in all of your periphery of your awareness, in the soft focus. Direct your focus now. We're going to, like with a little laser like attention, back into the 14th dimensional chakra, into the diamond there, and into the beginning or inside of the diamond is its source point. And that's the apex. And coming down from that is a spiral. It's a clockwise spiral. So you may feel it kind of moving outwards. And as it comes down the 3.5 feet over your crown, it's larger than your crown. As that moves around down over your heart, it's larger than your heart field. And your heart field right now is large. And you feel like you've got it around your heart field. That spiral has made its way and it's generating around your heart field. See if you can take it down a little further down around your hips, over your root. And expand it down into the earth field beneath your feet. You can take it to that platform 1 foot beneath your feet. Just see it anchoring into your own personal grid there. For some of you, you're going to continue to just take it all the way down to the crystalline core and see that electromagnetic field interacting with the crystalline core. And by this point, it's kind of become so large, that spiral downwards, that it's able to hold the crystalline core and all 15th interlocking, interlayered dimensional diamond fields. Good. And you just presence to that spiral. Allow it to strengthen. Allow the magnetic field to pick up. You may even start to feel it come a little faster. It's only going to go as fast as you need it to go with it. Your Christos is governing it. Perfect spin rates, geometries, frequencies. Your sweet spot. And when you found your sweet spot, it's almost like you've gone to the eye of the hurricane. There's like a stillness. And you begin to feel the prana within your heart. It's like a purity there. Christos, love. You can breathe that in and hold it again, remembering that you're charging your Christos and then exhaling it out into your auric field. All of it is integrating. When it locks in like this, then just become aware at the diamond beneath your feet, the diamond at the core, the kundure frequencies. There's a much gentler, slower, counterclockwise energy coming from that apex upwards. And allow it to just kind of filter up into that, your feet, your own personal grid beneath you. And when your feet or your grid beneath your feet integrates the counterclockwise with the clockwise, allow that spiral to continue upwards around your auric field. Just to hold, be held in this nourishing Christos, planetary Christos field of energy. The Ma, and Maharata. From the primal sound fields, that Ma, mother current. And magnetic life energy, nourishing, restoring you to your original Maharata 12-dimensional frequency current. Ha, ha, Father, electrical. Ra, as one. Ra, one. Oneness, consciousness, God. And then breathe into your heart and just pull them in and integrate. Be the Maharata current. Be the Maharaji. Be the love of the Creator. And restore the Christos frequencies within yourself and within the grid, Mother Earth. Ah, expression. soul expression, Atma expression, your individualized expression of the one. Unity in oneness. And from your heart, I am the Maharata. And silently in your head, chant the fire codes, the fire sounds that activate your Maharata current. Maharata. Maharata. And watch what happens. Maharata. At your own cadence, your own frequency, build the current within you. There's another level of energy coming into your high heart. Breathe it in, allow your heart to expand. You may feel a little density. Maharata. Amove. More breath into the high heart. Hold, build that frequency, and then take that frequency down to your root chakra and place it in your personal grid, 3/4 of a foot beneath your feet. And begin to breathe through your personal grid, but you're also aware that you're into the personal grid of your property and your land, the grid of Mother Earth. Breathing into your Earth Star chakra and exhaling the blue Amente Aurora consciousness through your grid of your home, through the grid of your trees, grid of your soil. You see those Merkaba spins spinning around your house and home, and the plasma light igniting the frequencies around your home. When you feel that you've fully opened up that 4-foot diameter around you, underneath of you, to see your whole property enveloped in the electromagnetic field of your own grid. And from this generating station, through your heart and through your third eye, you can send this Maharata current to any relationship, any family, anybody that you love dearly that you wish to share the love. It's their higher self that will titrate it and receive it or not receive it. You're just being the love that you are. Make very, very fast, a lot of pictures, a lot of people. A current knows exactly where to go. One more breath into your heart, and then expanding your field, your grid, so that it surrounds all of Mother Earth. Breathing in, exhaling your grid so that it surrounds all of Mother Earth. And we're all connecting our grids together, weaving our grids together with all the other Christos guardians, 12th dimensional Maharata vibrating humans. And see that Christos blue. See it as if it's a water moving over the plains of our Mother Earth. And caress her and hold her and love her. Breathe in those plasma energies from the surface. Breathe it into the core of Mother Earth and then back into your heart. Breathing in into the core of Mother Earth, your diamond there, and then exhaling it back up into your heart. And ignite your rainbow frequency light body. Hold it in your heart. Bring your hands in namaste. With gratitude and the intention of holding these rainbow frequencies to your Christian Christos guardian family working through you, slowly open your eyes.
I got like violet flame in my head. My hair looks purple.
That's your crown chakra.
I know.
It's becoming visible.
So have a beautiful Christmas, a happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Spread the love. We're all here together. Thank you so much. Mm. Mm. I know.